Hello, one and all, and welcome to the first official Battlegrounds 4 developer vlog. I'm your developer Awesome, and I'm going to recap what I worked on today. Nothing too visually impressive, but I do have something to show you. Today I worked on the crosshair. So we have a crosshair that currently, as we're seeing it right now, very much resembles the BG3 crosshair. There are a few more options that I've added. And we also have the compass on the bottom right, although that's not strictly, that I didn't work on that today, but that's also going to be new for BG4. And so, yeah, we have the crosshair. Now to show off a bit more, like, just drawing pixels on a screen isn't that complicated. But something else I can show you is that here's a configuration file for the crosshair, and so instead of having it being hard-coded in the code, I can just change the data in the text file here. So for example, if we want to have a line on the top of the crosshair and not just the sides and the bottom, I just change that in the text file, and boom, now we have 4 lines instead of 3, which looks very weird because when you see 4 lines, you think like usually when we see that in the real world, it's like the crosshair of a sniper scope, but we don't have sniper scopes in this time period. So it's very weird to see that. I don't like it, but it's there. It's a fun, easy add. I want to turn that off. I can change the scale of the crosshair easy enough. I can change the texture if I want to. I am going to change the color here. Let's get red and green makes yellow, so let's get a yellow crosshair. So let's save that, come back in, and we'll click play. Ooh, now we got a yellow crosshair. And there's no top line, and it's also a bit smaller, the dot and the 3 lines. I think I like this. So looking at the code for all this, we have a function that draws the dot, the lines, the circle, and the texture. The code for drawing the circle is actually copied from BG3 because I didn't want to have to do all that messy math again. Otherwise, and here's where it says actually to load that JSON file I showed you, to actually load that data and use it. Otherwise, another thing I worked on today is I was thinking I could try to get it to have like the weapon accuracy actually reflected with the crosshair. I couldn't get to that yet because I need an actual weapon object to do that with, because otherwise I'm just setting up fake data for the sake of fake data, which isn't always time-worthy. But in that tangent, I did set up finally the data file for the weapons, and so just like with the crosshair, we're going to have all of our weapon data defined in text files, which will make it a lot easier to adjust and test all the weapon stats, as opposed to in BG3 it's all hard-coded in the code. Here it's going to be in the text file. So yeah, this is for the short pattern brown vest. Lots of other weapons. That's a lot of tedious work just porting all that data over, but that's the start of it. We also fixed a lot of bugs. One nasty bug was that, so here's the, it's the same thing as the in Notepad here. For some reason, even when I was setting these to true, it was always coming back false. So I fixed that. That's important because we gotta be able to load data correctly. Because it's my own code that's loading and applying these data files. But that's it for today. Coming up next is going to be the rest of the HUD. Because I think the HUD, drawing the visuals of the HUD is an easy starting point for learning how to do the UI for the whole game. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.